Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, or if you are new, welcome. I'm Ashley and this is my everyday. So I think today we are going to try setting up my 2026 Hobonichi Weeks. I am new to the Hobonichi world, but I have been binging content on it for a very long time, and I thought that this would be the year to jump into it. And I had initially just intended on doing the cousin, but then I also picked up a Weeks, and I'm really looking forward to this one as well because this one starts in December, which we are in, and I'm really looking forward to kind of getting my feet wet a little bit with it. I don't know how much I'm going to be showing this one on my channel just because this is going to be primarily for finance tracking and for health and wellness and meal planning and stuff like that. And I just don't know how interesting that would be. But I'm really looking forward to getting this going. And I'll be honest, I love this color. And I'm almost a little bit hesitant to cover it up. But then again, I also really love stickers. And I didn't realize how many I had. I have so many stickers. So let's go ahead and do that part first. So I kind of was playing around a little bit, and I love this little sloth sticker. One of my kids' favorite animal has always been a sloth, and so this I think is just so cute. And then we have a good vibe sticker, and we've got coffee, and got just some little like cute stuff. So I want to try to kind of play around with it a little bit. I have this 2026 sticker, and I don't know if I'm going to use it because, again, I really do love this color, and I don't want to cover it up entirely. And I know I still have the back also because this is a lot of stickers, but honestly, I'm kind of liking just initially how this has gone down. It cannot be that easy. Like, that doesn't seem... That's not how real life works. It can't be that easy. But maybe something... Ooh, wow, that fits. Oh, okay. Since, you know, it's got food, because food logging and stuff like that. I didn't really have anything that was, like, money related, but this is actually really cute. Okay, I'm not going to argue with it. I'm just going to roll with it because that's, or honestly, which one do we like better? This one's a little bit more realistic, but this one has a cute little frog in it. And we've got, I think I want to go with the cute little frog. Okay, because that's adorable. And, you know, we have other creatures, sort of. We have an avocado guy. Okay, I'm rambling. All right, let's just stick some of these down. All right, that's cute. I really like that. I really like that. Okay, and because I still have some stickers left over and I feel like I'm off to a good start, let's add some stickers to the back. In case anybody is wondering, I think everything here, with the exception of this and these, all came from Amazon random sticker packs, but I really like how that is looking. So let's see. I want to use this coffee sticker because I am coffee obsessed. And I like that. And our little milk guy, because he's a cute little corgi. At least he looks like a corgi to me. And then maybe... Ooh, I don't think this is coming together quite as well as the front cover did. Okay, do. Okay, what about something like that? It's a little bit staggered. I feel like I would want something for over here, but I don't feel like I have anything small enough right now that it wouldn't look too cluttered. I don't think, yeah, I don't think, well, okay, how about this? How about this? Hold on. What if we layer these two like that? I want to be careful of the spine here, so I don't want it to go too far. And then do, yeah, we could do something like that. What do you think? I still feel like I have some open spaces, but yeah, I feel like that would look okay. Okay, let's stick that down. Okay, there we go. That, I think I'm happy with the way that all came out. That is really cute. I will say I wish I had layered these opposite ways, but you know, live and learn. I'm not going to try to pull it. At least I don't think I'm going to try to pull it up. Hold on, let's look. Since this is cloth, it might be okay, but I really don't want to damage anything, so you know what? I'm not going to tempt the fates. We're just going to leave it the way that it is. Okay. That's cute. I really like that. I do have a cover for it. So I do have a clear cover that I think we're going to go ahead and put on just to make sure that I don't do anything to damage the stickers. Ooh, I hate doing this part. There we go. Oh, that's cute. I like that so much. Okay. So I'm not going to do a whole lot inside. I will probably use this page here for pain tracking. So things like menstrual cycles, or I'm prone to migraines and headaches. I also get quite a few sinus infections. In fact, you might be able to hear the brewings of one going on now. So I will probably use a color dot to differentiate the different types of pain that I'm tracking. Okay, I think that's good for right now. I might add something else at a later date, not sure, but I think this is a good starting place. And then on this page right here is where I'm going to keep track of like my fitness and what I'm actually doing to attain some of my fitness goals. So the idea that I have is that I'm going to keep track of, if I go for a walk, how many miles I walked. I would like to eventually start training to be able to run, because that is something that I am not good at. So I would love to do that. But then for other things like yoga or swimming or different types of activity, just making sure to log down what it is and what I accomplished in that, I feel like will be a really good way to kind of look back and see progress that I've made. And I don't know, I just think it would be fun to look back and track, because right now I don't. And I'm also one of those people that I have a very poor recollection of time. So it's either right now or it's not right now, which is why sometimes I'll get a text and forget to respond to it for days on end, because I just have no concept of time. And so I'll forget when was the last time I did something, and I thought it was very recently, but this is a good way to look back and be like, oh no, it's really been a lot longer than your brain is currently reminding you of. So I think that'll be really good. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to put in these boxes here. I just think that it will be helpful to write down with a different color dot for each activity. Like for instance, a blue dot and I walked for 2.2 miles or something like that. I feel like that would be really kind of nice. Or if it's something like yoga, you know, yoga for 1 hour or something along those lines. So we'll see. And then here on the monthly pages, I'm going to keep track of my spending. So the idea that I am going to go with at the moment is to write down how much I've spent and on what. So for instance, $200 at the grocery store or what have you. And please know that that is not for one person. We are a family of 5 and I have 3 very small children. So take all that with a grain of salt, which is again why I'm probably not going to be showing these pages outside of the initial setup, because I mean, that just doesn't seem like something anybody really cares about, how much I spent at the grocery store. But then also total up for the weeks as well, because especially with everything getting so expensive these days, I just really want to have a better handle on what I'm spending and where, to see what adjustments I can make. However, in the meantime, we're going to put down some cute little stickers. These are the ones that I picked out for right now, at least. And I don't want to do too much decoration because, again, I don't know how I'm going to be using these pages in a functional way. So I don't want to over decorate because I could see myself being very, very prone to that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down just so that it holds the book open. And then I can go ahead and I have this really cute kind of festive Christmassy washi tape that I, again, got off of Amazon. And then I thought these were just some cute little minimalist stickers that I can put on there as decoration. These also came from just some random pack that I got off of Amazon many, many years ago at this point. I had at one time decided to try bullet journaling, and I really loved the concept of it. I was just really bad at the execution of it. All right, cutting instruments have been acquired, and I 100% forgot what I was talking about. I think I might have been talking about my attempt at bullet journaling. I loved watching all of the bullet journaling content, and I really felt like it would be super helpful because I love the idea of planners, but I'm also not great at sticking with the planner. And it doesn't always have everything that I would want to track and things like that. I loved the actual flexibility of having trackers in your calendar and stuff like that. So I really loved the idea of it. I just wasn't good at setting up the spreads on a regular basis. And so I think that's why the Hobonichi really kind of jumped out at me when I started seeing all that content, because it just seemed like a good kind of middle where it had everything that I kind of wanted in a planner, but it didn't rely on me to fully set up every single spread that was in it. So I'm really hoping that I can stick with this because, well, honestly, these are real expensive, but I was happy to see how much I already had as far as stickers and tapes and tombos, and just when I had gone ham on the bullet journaling and bought all of the supplies to never touch it again, it's nice that, you know, I can skip that step and just actually do the thing instead of preparing to do the thing, which is kind of the fun part oftentimes. I don't know. Clearly I'm rambling, but that's why I don't know what any of this is or kind of exactly where it came from, because it was purchased a couple of years ago. But look at how cute. She is adorable. I love her so much. Oh my gosh. I love winter. Where I live doesn't get a lot of like actual winter action, but I love the idea of winter. So we have our cute little winter house right here. Love her, love it. And then we'll put our little snowman with it. There we go. Oh, how cute. I really like it. And then I'll just add these two little stickers to my reusable sticker book so that we don't lose them. There we go. Excellent. Okay. All right, so, and then moving on to the dailies. This is where I am going to attempt to log all of my intake as far as food goes. And I want to track specifically my protein, fiber, calories, fat, and sugar. Maybe not so much fat, but certainly the rest. Because I do want to make sure I'm eating more protein and more fiber and eating a lot less sugar. And so at the end of the day, I plan on having like a calories in versus calories out, just so that I can be a lot more aware of those types of things. I'm really not good at using digital trackers. I've tried for years and I just never keep up with it. But I thought that this would be a nice little area. And then over on this side, when I go to the grocery store, I want to write down all of the food that I buy, because just like I have a lot of time blindness, I tend to also have a lot of item blindness, and I tend to accidentally purchase things that I thought that I needed, but I've already purchased. And it's funny, there is I think it was a TikTok that was going around for a while. If I can find it, I'll make sure to pop it in, because it is so true. And I felt very seen and yet very embarrassed at the same time.
Go to the store, buy a bottle of hoisin sauce, open the fridge. Oh no, I've already got a bottle of hoisin.
I thought it might be really helpful to write things down, and then as I use them, either cross them off, check them out, something like that, so that when I'm at the store and my brain is like, hey, I think we need something. I think we need sesame oil, or, you know, whatever the case might be. I can actually check back real quick and be like, no, I bought that a couple of weeks ago and I still have it, so no, I don't need it. So I thought that that would be really helpful at reminding myself what I already have versus what I need. However, it just means that I need to be on top of actually crossing things off as I use them, so that I don't think I have something that I don't and swing too far the other direction, because that's never fun either. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm really, really hopeful that it will be a good sort of addition to me. And then as far as the rest of the planner goes, all of the notes section back here, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with these blank pages. I'm thinking perhaps writing down recipes that I've tried, as far as that goes. I love trying new recipes. My kids, on the other hand, are very picky, which is just how that goes, isn't it? So writing down some recipes that I've tried, and then maybe only writing down the ones that everybody seems to like really well, that I want to be able to refer back to or something like that. Maybe some tweaks that I want to make for the future. So I'm thinking maybe that, but honestly, I'm not 100% sure. So if you have any suggestions, please feel free to let me know. And then the very back one I've been using as just a pen test page. So I'll probably save a couple of pages just to check for ghosting and heavier bleed through and stuff like that, so that I know which pens and ink pairings I feel comfortable using in my planner. So that means the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to attempt to add the tabs, and I've saved it for last because I'm a little nervous about messing it up. But I did grab these from Dandelion Diaries, and I thought they just kind of really went with the overall kind of vibe that I had with the stickers that I pulled out, and then the actual color of the notebook itself. So I really think that this is going to look good as long as I get them on straight and properly. I am probably just going to follow the guide here and hope for the best, and then decide where I want to put the monthly tab and the notes tab and things like that. So I think that these were sized for the Hobonichi Cousin. Like, I know that's what the color is, but I think they're also sized for that. So they might be a touch big. So hopefully that won't be too big of a deal, but we'll see. All right, first one. I know I probably shouldn't have closed it, but all right, it's not perfect. I definitely forgot what I was doing with January. So the way that I kind of thought about it was, I mean, yeah, technically this is still December, but only for the first 3 days. So if the majority of the month is in the following month, then that's what I was going to do. So I should have offset this tab just slightly, but that's okay. It's going to be okay. I'm not terribly worried about it. So we have the January, and then we've got our February right there. Got March, April, May, June, and the tab size is fine. July, August, September, October, November, and then December. And then I decided, and I don't know how I'm going to feel about this as the year goes on, but I put my monthly tab down here to pull up my monthly spreads, and then notes also down here as well. I also have these little brass clips as well that I will probably utilize for both the months and whatever notes page I'm on. So I think that'll help out, but I'm just not sure how I'm going to feel about having these tabs at the bottom. But overall, I'm feeling really good about it. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do anything cute with this front page or if I'm just going to glue it down since it is the flyaway page. But yeah, I'm feeling really, really good about this. I will probably do some sort of update or flip through or something like that at the end of December or early January, just to let you know how things are going. I'll have to decide what I want to do with that and how I want to approach it. But I do really love how the stickers turned out. They are so stinking cute. And honestly, my first monthly spread I think is really cute, and I can't wait to start using it. And yeah, so if you have made it this far in the video, thank you so much for hanging out. I will probably do my Hobonichi cousin next, and I think that will be a lot of fun as well. This was a good sort of practice round, and I would love to know your thoughts, your recommendations, your tips, your tricks, anything you got. Please send it my way, because like I said, this is my first time using any of the Hobonichi products, so I'm really excited about it. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.